Can we top that cup up, please? Because there's going to be more tears putting that tomorrow and being drank. Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time coming across the channel, a very happy 2025 as well to my subscribers, to people that watch the videos on a regular basis. If this is your first time, like, subscribe, or comment below. Any one of them would be absolutely deadly for the channel. It helps the algorithm. Look at that table. It is absolutely brilliant. We are 14 points clear halfway through the season, and it's the third derby tomorrow. We played these already at Celtic Park and blew them away 3-0 back in September. And this will be our first derby at IBROX this season. Last season, they were celebrating getting a 3-3 draw against us like they won the Champions League. Remember that time, Philippe, Clement? Ooh, let's get up for them all, lovers. Let's get up. We salvaged a 3-3 draw. And then we went there earlier on the season. We beat them with Kyogo's fantastic volley. This is a team that's in turmoil, but we can't get complacent. There's no point of us dropping down a couple of gears because they're struggling. We should be going up another gear. We should be taking these by the balls and taking the game to them and scoring early. Without our fans there, we should be annihilating them tomorrow. And I mean it. I'm not being cocky what I'm saying. I can see the evidence on the pitch from Celtic's play this season in European level, in the League Cup, in the league. We're there. We have the strength on the bench. We have the players that really want it. We have the hunger in the team. We've got a keeper like Kasper who will relish this moment. Which he done at Hampden, which he saved that penalty. We've got Alistair Johnson, who's a fighter, which made his debut at IBROX back in 2023, January 2023. We could have a left back, Greg Taylor, who was on his final 6 months, who would die to play against a club he once played for as a youth. We've Scales in there, who's played against them a couple of times, some cracking tackles. We CCV, who scored there in his first season at Celtic when he was on loan from Tottenham. We've Callum, who loves a goal there, who already scored against them this season, who already scored a penalty in the penalty shoot against them as well this season. We've got Bernardo, who scored against them last year. We've got Engels. We've got Tate, who loves a goal against them. We've got Dazen, Mayeda, Deli Dazen, who's living rent-free in Taverniers here. Some bad news, folks. Our best player tomorrow is not playing. James Tavernier. He's not playing tomorrow. You know, he's quite disappointed. He's always disappointed that he's not playing. You know, I feel disappointed that he isn't playing as well, to be honest. And then we got the Bertie boy, Nicholas Kuhn, that will bang in maybe 15 goal this season as well tomorrow. And then Kyogo loves the occasion against him. And we've seen Adam Eda as well coming off the bench in the 3-3 game and getting that goal as well. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow. Regards to them, they're struggling. They are really, really, really on the verge of losing their minds. And I know there's been talks of, boycotting the game, 3 o'clock kickoff, a lot of bevy down the system. There's going to be anger. There's going to be fury from the IBROX support on their own players, their own manager. Will Voldemort get the sack after it? Last time I checked, he was on a long-term deal. He was on a 4-year deal. Last time I heard as well, Chris Boyd said that the Rangers are back because they got a draw against Ange before the cup final. They were back. The Rangers are back. They got a result against Kilmarnock. They were back. Where are they? I haven't seen them all season. Yes, they scored 3 goals against Celtic in the League Cup, but did they win the trophy? According to Rangers podcast, they won the trophy. According to that, they should have had that penalty, they should have won the trophy. But as far as I remember, that trophy, the only decent trophy they've won in the last couple of years, actually was taken out of their smelly trophy room and put back in the right trophy room at Paradise. World record, 119 trophies in football Glasgow Celtic have. One club since 1888. Not one club since 2012. Not this 55 titles since 2012. Einstein can't even get that together. Let's be honest. So my starting lineup for tomorrow for the game is on the screen. Kasper Schmeichel has to play. The Danish delight. What a guy. And here's a fact for you folks. Kasper Schmeichel's wore that green jersey 5 times this season. Hasn't conceded 1 goal. I'd like to see him wear it tomorrow as well. It'd be nice. Probably it's got to be the yellow. Right back, Alistair Johnston. I've made it clear on the channel. Big fan of AJ. Future captain. What a guy. I'm delighted he got the long-term deal. He loves a derby against them. He knows what the situation is. He gets it. He has to play. Left back, Alex Valley. Now, people might say Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor loves a goal against him as he done the last game. He has some good performance. I think for Alex Valley, for pace up that flank, Sterling's going to struggle to keep hold of him. So I'm going to go over Alex Valley in the left back. Greg Taylor won't be bad to bring off the bench. I'm going to go Scales ahead of Trusty. The reason why I'm going Scales ahead of Trusty is because Trusty's never played at IBROX. Scales knows the situation. Scales has been brilliant the last 3 weeks. No disrespect to Austin Trusty. He's been good since he came in. Took a while to settle, but I'm going to go with Liam Scales and Carter Vickers in there. Carter Vickers scored there back in Angers' first season. The captain, the man, the legend, the myth, Callum McGregor, has a couple of goals at IBROX in his Celtic career under Brendan Rodgers as well. So Cal plays. Rio Tate plays. Rio, he's been very up and down recently. I know he scored a nice goal against Motherwell over the Christmas period, but I had play him. Arnie Ingles, I thought, was outstanding against St. Johnstone, that ball for Kyogo. Some people would rather Bernardo for more of a battler, but I'd go with Ingles. If you want to put the price tag of this guy and get the value, he has to play the big games and turn up with the big moments. Simple as that, to be honest with you. On the right, the front three speaks for itself. Look, I like Ida. I think Ida will be great to bring off the bench. A bit of strength, different dynamic to Kyogo. Kiln has to play. Kiln went there last. He was only at Celtic a couple of months and didn't settle enough. But look at him now. He's on fire. Daisy Maeda loves a goal at IBROX, I've seen. The only thing about Daisy Maeda, when he scores at IBROX early, we always draw the game. They've only beaten us 1 in 13 games, and that was a dead rubber game. I know it sounds weird for a Glasgow derby because we had the League One then back in May 23. May 23 is the last time they beat us in 13 games. As I said, Brendan's record, 1 defeat in 20, unbelievable. Brendan knows the importance of it, but we're not going to take a step back here because they're in turmoil. We raise a game. Let's bury them. Let's put the axe into the tree and start chopping it. Let's start chopping it. Let's put them out of their misery and win this league as soon as we can. The league won't be won tomorrow. In some Celtic fans' eyes, the league is won tomorrow. The league is won when we're confirmed champions. Tomorrow is a massive 3 points towards winning the league. There's a massive 3 points of extending the gap. Look at the gap can be as long as it wants. They don't have the mentality. They don't have the players. They have the fans turn on them. They keep changing the boardroom like the weather. They change their managers like the weather because they can't accept that they're in financial trouble. No matter who comes in, is always going to be second place. Second place in Glasgow. You might as well be third place behind Partick Thistle at this rate. But I'm quite confident. Kyogo starts tomorrow. We're going to beat this 3 or 4 now. And I honestly believe we are going to do the whitewash of our Rangers this season. And that's not me being cocky. I just think we have the players, our resource. Look at that bench. You can bring McKellen, Bernardo, Ida. Bring them guys on. Never know. As much as I've been, criticizing Yang could come on and make a difference. You never know. Trusty as well. We have Ralston as well that gets it. We have a strong bench. Everyone's available for selection, bar James Forrest, because he's out for another 4 weeks. And this is a game where Celtic should be beating these. So that's my starting lineup right there. Let me know in the comments, who would you start? Who would you go for? And most of all, the most important comment that I want to see from Celtic fans on the channel is, what scores are going to be? If we were to draw tomorrow, it wouldn't be end of the world. Still be 14 points. And I know we don't want to draw. We want to go out there and pump them. Take them out of their misery. Hear them screaming down the roads. Hear them losing their heads at each other. Let them blaming this and that. Let them ring up the super scoreboard on Monday. Let them blame that party was ruined at Brighton because Rangers lost. Let them cry about it because at the end of the day, it's what we do. It's our job. Win, lose, or draw. We're Celtic supporters. And this is the last derby with the away fans in the stadium. And maybe one day we'll get back to the Broomlong days of having the full stand and pumping them the way we used to. Maybe them days. Hudson Edward was the last player to put them in the misery when we had the Broomlong. Remember that? Remember that game? 3-2. There's been some spectacles, fantastic games over the years. The Scott Brown 2-all game. The Samras 2-0. The 5-1 when Lustig scored. Took it past them, top over. The Tom Rogic going that 3-2 game. Whew. some really good moments, latest moments. I don't want to talk about the Martin O'Neill's days because that club was dead by then. They were well dead. They were dead back in 2012. Now Martin O'Neill days was before that. That was the outcome. So enjoy the video. Please do subscribe. I'll be back for a live podcast later on, and get your comments below. See you all soon. Hell.